Hi guys, I'm Sha. So we are now in week 2 of my digital diary series. There's a lot to be catching up on, but anyways, welcome. So I know this posting is a little bit off schedule. I've been really busy these past couple of days. I just came back from Johor because I had a performance there for the JDT MSL Championship celebration, and that was amazing. That was my first time being there. On top of that, I also had like some influencer work to do, contents and just catching up on sleep. So yeah, she's been a little bit busy this week, but here we are. I feel that week 2 will be an interesting but also useful video for those who have always been curious as to how much does it cost to really make music as an independent artist here in Malaysia. And as a disclaimer, whatever that I'm sharing to you is just based off my personal expenses and experience. So you can just imagine it as a rough, good guide if you want. But if there is other affordable alternative options out there, then I definitely feel like you should go for that. So whatever that, fits with your expenses, that's the way to go. On top of that, I'm also sharing a bit of my creative obstacles, especially during Ramadan, because it's not easy when you're fasting and writing at the same time. But I'm pretty sure in the weeks that come after you'll see. Honestly, I don't know actually what I've recorded. So I don't even know what's gonna happen. But yeah, without further ado, roll the tapes. This is 28th of February, technically week 2 now. I'm recovering a little bit from my flu, and then this morning I had a chat with my friend regarding basically the overall creative direction that I had in mind for this mixtape. We proceeded to making like a mood board, and because this is like a bigger project, I just wanted to, even though it's like a mixtape, but I still want to have that like cohesiveness through and through. And the thing is, so I made this track called Burgundy, and it's hopefully, I hope that, after cleaning it up, I get to add it into probably my release or like a mixtape. I don't know why, but that color just, in my mind, it's like smacked me like this is gonna be the color. So I made this whole mood board, and these are just like video ideas and, overall aesthetic to what I'm trying to achieve here. And I'm pretty excited. Look, it's my cat. Yeah. I'm excited because every time I'm already like getting to the process of like, okay, building the creative visuals around like the songs or the concept itself, it's always really fun. But you know what is not fun? Discussing the finances of things. And here's the thing that I would need, I wish a lot of people knew how expensive it actually is to make and release songs. Rappers did a great job at making it look easy. Let's be fucking for real. We are in Malaysia after all. The economy is not economying for us as creatives. Full on, this is just, at least I can only speak on my experience. And the thing is, I had this conversation with Ashraf the other day. He's recently independent. He was just asking me about what's the cost for production, and I just gave him the whole rundown. At least for me personally, for production, sometimes it depends on the song, but I usually have a co-producer. The pricing wise, we could talk about it when the shit is done. But if I could give a ballpark value, most people don't know that if you want a good type of beat and not the ones that you probably buy off from YouTube or something, it could run you for minimum 2K. It depends on the experience of the producer, but like I said, average 2K to 6K. And then you have mix and mastering, which could cost you if you're independent, probably like 1.5 and above, and that's not even including visualizer. Like if you want a good quality visualizer, honey, it could run you for more than 10K, but we are on an indie budget here. Even trying to get like a 5K type of value, you're really like, you kind of need to make sure that the ideas are simple enough that it doesn't cost you a whole arm. Yeah, I think for me, the reason why like I'm very particular when it comes to how I release my things, and the thing is, before this I haven't had like a proper visualizer or even like a music video done. At this point, I feel like music video and visualizers are almost the same because people tend to watch visualizers, but really it's also like a music video. Nonetheless, like I haven't had that since I left Def Jam. So I wanted something like proper now, and it's gonna run me some money, but this is what I've been trying to work towards too, and I always believe that like whatever I put will come back to me double or triple. Amen to that. One can only hope, which is why I gotta make shit that is dope. Honestly, sometimes a project, one release, at least if you want a really good quality production, really good quality mix and mastering, visualizer, that's not even including the cost of like, you know, the album art cover. Again, that goes back to how you're smart in like cutting costs here and there, but sometimes some projects can cost you 5K and above, and I'm literally saying that number as like such a small amount and quality for what it is. Like if you really want like a presentable quality, like a whole package, it would be like 10K. Yeah. So next time anybody asks me like, where's the new music? When's the new music? Honey, I'm a one-woman show, and that shit is expensive. Like it's different if I'm in a collective and everyone gets to split the cost, but I'm not. So yeah. And I'm also like on my second week of the artist way as well. Some of the like tasks to be done, I've been familiarized around it. As week go by, I am basing off my progress based off my progress with this. At this point in time, I probably have like 3 to 4 songs that I feel confident about to put in the mixtape. I just feel like where I'm at right now and who I was then is kind of like different. I know like when I was discussing with my friend, having the song from the vault to come into the mixtape is like a great idea, but let me just create. And it's kind of ballsy for me to even like, and I'm already announcing it. I'm scared that like I won't have enough time, but I think I'm just gonna keep trusting myself and keep trusting this journey that I'm on. Just have faith in God and see how that goes. So hey guys, so today is the 4th of March. It's also like 3rd day of fast. To be honest, like I feel like good, except right now I'm at my like dad's place, and I'm planning on spending the first week here in Ramadan with them. But I'm not gonna lie, I'm such a structured type of person, and I feel like over here, because I have my family, it's not that you can't do your routine, is that if you're not in the area of your comfort that you're used to, you know, like when I'm back at my place, my studio is just like in another room. I think there's a lot of like solitude with it, and plus it's not hot. So I think also like with fasting, so my job is to make music, but how to make music when you're fasting, because all you want to be doing is, or you should be doing, is like reading and doing work that doesn't involve listening to music. To me personally, like I've been doing a lot of writing, so I'm really thankful that like I have my morning pages that I do every morning to basically write. I in a way feel that like, oh, you know, with this project that I'm working on, I always feel as though like, am I like using my time wisely, you know? Sometimes I think there was always gonna be that negative thought of myself where I feel like I'm probably comparing my work productivity with other people. You know, some people write songs every day. For me, like, I write songs when I feel like I'm feeling something about it. I don't know. Yes, I would like to be that kind of person that writes every day, but realistically, I feel like if you write every day, you have no balance of, I think, maybe life to live and write about. And this Saturday, I'm gonna meet up with Kenny to basically rework this song that I wrote like a few years ago. Personally, like, I feel a lot of potential with that song. It just needs like a refresh, you know. But on a different note, doing my Artist Way Week 2 task has been good. It was focused a lot on like positive affirmations as well as like the basic principles of creativity. I think what I enjoy about week 2 so far is the fact that it just makes me go back to things that I really enjoy doing and making time for it, because I think that, like, you know, there's so many things that we want to do and so many things that we end up not doing because we don't take full autonomy of the time that we want when we want to do something that fulfills us. So, and I kind of enjoy week 2 as the way it is, because it made me like list down the things that I would like to do, even as simple as getting a new bed sheets, like getting a new plant, you know, even setting up little tiny artist dates for myself. I really want to do more like solo activities. I think that'd be like really fun. I don't know why I felt like vlogging this. I feel like I need to wet the camera a bit. Hold on. I just came back from Tarawih, and so far so good. The first week of Ramadan. To be honest, I really haven't done any sort of writing this week or music in general, because it's kind of like, I don't know, it's definitely fasting for me is like, I would rather read or plan out this mixtape. But then like a thought occurred to me when I was praying. I'm sorry, God, like, I'm focused on you, but like, maybe it's called inspiration, ilham katanya. Now that tomorrow is gonna be me entering the 3rd week of my course, definitely it made me reflect on like, what do I really want to say and what do I really want to make in terms of like my mixtape. But then recently I just came across like a lot of articles or conversations, you know, about other artists' music and everything, and how a lot of great body of work involves a lot of depth and true emotional vulnerability in their songs. When I kind of reflect on myself and the kind of music and the things that I write, the things that I make versus the things that I journal, and how I really feel about certain things and how I really experience certain things. There's definitely some songs that I've written where I felt is either too deep or too real, and then I just remembered, I think it's also part of like the artist way, when you get really into your vulnerability and you start sharing it in your creative work, that's when you can easily feel like you want to discard the project or like just take a U-turn, you know, like a creative U-turn. In some ways you kind of like start feeling as though like, nah, like nobody wants to hear this deep shit, nobody wants to like hear this side of things. Let's be real, I feel like talking about the difficult things and talking about the uncomfortable things or the real honest truth of things, it's not like everybody can really sit with themselves and reflect on that. And especially when you're the one that's writing about it and reflecting on yourself about it, that's why when you put it into a song, it can easily feel like turned off and you just want to like, you know, okay, we're done, the song's not even done yet, and you're halfway, and then you're just kind of like wanting to take a pause on that. I mean, I don't really think more about like, you know, the sharing aspect of it. I think I'm just being a Scorpio where I'm very private. I feel like, how can I be that way, especially when I'm creating art, and like especially when that should be the safest place. But I think it's just the idea that now everybody is gonna hear that side, and I think it's just room for judgments of things. There's this song I wrote. I don't really have a title for it, but it's basically this song that I made with Emino. Initially I composed it with just simple chords on my piano. You could be going through things and then you kind of in a way come into acceptance as well, and I wouldn't say it's 100% bounce back. I think it's more of the tone of acceptance that this is how life works. Some days is gonna be great and you have shit figured out, and then some days you don't, and then that's just the way it is. Thinking about it now, like I would like to revisit that. So yeah, I guess this vlog is just about reminding myself in this world we need a lot more reality check and a lot more honesty about things that people are afraid to share, especially when you are in the line of being in front. And even more so when you are in hip-hop, I think there is a lot of air of masculinity that, you have to seem tough. The strongest people I know are the ones who are comfortable in their vulnerability. I'm really comfortable in talking about it. But I guess in songs, it's like another layer it's like another obstacle to really face for myself, because now I'm letting strangers into my world. Honestly, the sole purpose of me making this is so that I could take back and like own my shit regardless of what people think. So yeah.